And this is the Team Juniper Waterlogged Level Area 1, also known as the residential area. So the player will start from this sewer entrance there and then will progress through the map and then are guided by the scrap cans that are on the ground. There's also notes throughout the level that will inform the player more story, the reason why they're going towards the boatyard, and other things on like how to use the gravel and such things. The player will progress through a line of buildings, through alleyways, and fire escapes in order to collect more scrap and to make their way towards the boat shop that has the part that they need for the ship. Along the way, their player will use the gravel on many things in order to clear the path, and they'll collect more scrap along the way. The player will then progress through here, cross the street, and go up another fire escape. Once up there, they have a better view of the rest of the town that's still there, and will be guided through the area with cans as their scrap. When they get to the high point here, they'll see a large amount of turrets, and that the K-rails keep them more protected from these turrets as they move. So as the player progresses through, they can evade these turrets and then hid inside the boat shop. That way they can collect more scrap, some money, and the boat part that they need. Once they get it. Once they get the boat part, the player can then go over here, go through the wall, and then evade more turrets that are there. They'll progress through the back of these tents. That way, they'll be protected from these turrets and not be shot at. The player sees that there's a fire escape there, and while they evade these turrets, they can then walk up the fire escape and proceed through the catwalk that has been set up that goes to the sniper nest there. The player continues to collect scrap along the way, and then the player uses the boxes here to soften the blow from the fall that they make. And they find the...
Hello, my name is Joshua Windsor, and we are playing Area 2 of Waterlogged. Due to time constraints, we are doing a very quick playthrough of this level. Alright, player will get key items 1, 2... where do I go to get 3? Players will get 1, 2, 3 key items. Alright, that way. And another key item back this way. Let me see if I can find it faster than I confuse myself of where I'm at. Alright. Turrets are supposed to be shooting at you to give this a level of difficulty besides just the labyrinth. And as you saw, they were shooting at me there. And let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Okay, and down. I wanted this area to be difficult, not a handed to me type level. That's why it's labyrinth based, but not as difficult as, say, an actual labyrinth where it moves every X amount of steps. I would love to expand this area out a bit more and add a locking mechanic to it, but again, due to scope of this class and time frame, It did not seem plausible. And there's that. With that, turrets in that area are shut down. As you can see, the turrets coming into this area are not. Um, so, I am still bypassing any items that can be picked up, for the most part, unless they do not pertain to storyline or key elements of what needs to be gotten in order to proceed. This was to give the player a little bit more of a view of the maze so it wasn't just straight difficulty the entire time. Um, Need to pick up this. It allowed the player to look at the maze so that they were like, okay, this is how I have to get through here if they can't remember the way before. Uh, of the three areas, I would say this is actually the easiest of the mazes. More of a reprieve for the player before it goes into the much, much harder area altogether. Originally, there were double the turrets in this, but due to rendering constraints and frame rate per second being a bit of collateral damage to it, it was removed. Many of them were removed, actually. But I do believe that it wasn't necessarily a bad idea to remove some of them. And through here, and getting here before that starts shooting. Sphere is there as a waypoint sign specifically for that. And this is to give the player a different kind of challenge. As you can see, I'm not very good at jumping. Really felt that players that are really good at moving but not really good at jumping would be challenged during this portion. I wanted to give the player the biggest challenge that they could get without any actual kind of combat or any kind of true collect this collection style. It's more, this area is mostly a collect few things and try to stay alive. Whereas other areas of this level are collect this, collect this, collect this, and I didn't feel that the only mechanic should be collection. So there's passcode 1 and passcode 2. Let's go get this metal door down at the very end. Over, over. Bam. Okay, here we go. This is actually going to be the nicest way to get through, I hope. And through. Get back up this way. This magnetic door will open now, or at least it'll slide open enough to where I can get through. And then, bam, door opens in the distance. Alright, come out this way. Come here, open that. And we are almost done with this area. Drop down here. Oh, turrets are all shut off for now, so let's take advantage of that and move these boxes. I mean, you could technically try to move the boxes while you're um, while the turrets are still up and running, but it's a much bigger challenge. Alright, let's do this, back up, move that, and I dropped it. And the doors here open, and we are out of here. And thank you for watching this section. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the docking portion of our level. My name is David Stone and I created it. A little background on this area before I begin. I originally wanted this to be a narrative piece explaining a little bit about what condition the world's in, a little bit of background on the person who sent us here to collect the items in the first place. Due to time restraints and technical difficulties, I decided to give up on this idea and just proceed with making more of a transitional level, kind of a puzzle style area. First, you'll walk in and you'll see this console to your right. You can't do anything with it except for collect that button there. You can use that later on in order to raise the water in that dry well, in order to access the platform and get across to the boat. You'll come over to this first crane over here and interact with it to lower the crane platform. That'll give you access to the boat key in order for you to reach the final two areas of our level. You'll come back across this first dry dock, and usually you would use these boxes in order to make platforms in the water because I made them to float in order to get across. Just to save some time, I'm just gonna ghost across. You'll get over here and find a collectible and the door key. You'll go back across and you'll continue on your way to the second dry dock. On your way there, you'll find plenty of collectibles leading you to your destination. Just go with the path and collect these. You'll eventually reach the console, which I've covered up with crates, kind of making it more difficult to get to, and if you're not really paying attention, you're not going to see it right away. Once you have access to it, you'll walk up and press the interaction key twice, one to bring out the button and one to raise the water. You'll want to go over to this crane and interact with it to move its platform over so you can have access to the boat. You'll now make your way across to the other side of the second dry dock and use these boxes to make platforms in the water to jump across to the crane platform. Same as before, I'm going to save time and just ghost across. Once you're across, you are free to make your way to the boat and enter in and get it running. Thank you very much.
Alright, it's time for the quick walkthrough. I'm going to go down here. Oh, engines aren't working. Time to fix it. This stuff. And forget this turret. Get this battery. Grab this box. Grab this box. Grab box. And run. Wait, we're gonna grab it. Okay, we're gonna grab the box. And walk, because I don't know you can't run the box. And we're gonna grab this. And then we are going to turn that on and take the lever and climb the ladder. Jump over here. Do this. Around town. And that's inside of us. Oop. Jump. Put down. Grab us some wires. And change the little cable. cables. Change the battery. Change the battery. Put the lever in. Prime the lever. Start the engine. Go to the second area. Grab this lever on the way over. Do the crouch under the laser. Pretty rusty. Hopefully the guy who hired us will fix all that rust. We'll only need the one battery and the cables now. Crouch. Battery. Keep crouching. Run. Put the battery in. And climb the ladder. And time for the hardest part of the level. Well, of this section of the level, I should say. Personally, I think the maze is the hardest part. Let's figure this out there. Oh, so close. That was a little too close for comfort. Don't make sure you fall. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we are. And drop. Gravity gun's a little finicky sometimes. Let's try and pick this up horizontally. Come on up. Come on over. And run. That's not running. That's walking. Alrighty. Well, we dropped it, so we had to restart. I skipped over getting back to this part, but here's the plan. Grab these wires, jump over here, put this battery, grab the battery this time. Take the battery. See. Change the battery. Place the lever. Prime the engines. And jump. Jump. On. And probably not going to get shot to death because we can't run them. And we